Welcome to the first grand tour of the Frugal Gardeners Homestead Hangout Hideaway. This is a complete tour, and I finally got everything done. So not only am I going to give you a tour starting from left to right, I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to be growing this fall and this winter, now that everything is pretty much in place. But well, as I go along, I'll explain to you the changes that I'm going to have to make. Basically, I'm going to be switching out some of this soil. This is my Jamaican sorrel. I tried growing these last year, and I started late, and I started late again this year. So this is eventually the buds are going to be for tea. Everything in here needs to be watered. The reason why I have not watered anything yet is because it's hot in here. So I just want to hurry up and get finished before it gets too hot. So if things look a little droopy, it's because I haven't gotten around to watering them yet. So hopefully these will continue to grow because it is very hot in here. And hopefully we'll be able to make some tea this year. Now, one of the themes you'll notice in here is tall, narrow pots. I have tons of containers. And basically, because I'm trying to get as many in here as I possibly can, I went for the ones that have depth. I'll probably grow broccoli in here, and there's a couple on the other side, but the shorter ones, the more shallow ones, like this is elephant garlic. So yeah, that's going to be here, and you'll see it again around the other side. Underneath this is the cooler, which is now my storage unit, because it keeps everything out. It's not too difficult for critters to get in here. So basically what's going to happen is I'm just going to add everything in there, my nutrients and so forth that I need, and I'll just take that off when I need to, and boom, no problem. So moving on, my crates, I have to use my crates. You'll remember these if you are a regular. These are bush beans that I started outside, I guess you can call it. And I'm going to probably bring another one or two of these in. I have a few of these working on the outside. And this, again, if you are familiar with my my site, my YouTube page, this is my trusty workbench. I've had this for years. Now, if you guys stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to show you not one, but two plants, vegetables that I'm going to be growing for the first time, and you might want to give those a try. So stick around to the end of the video, and I'll show you what they are. This is the heater that I just put out here now. This is I have 3 of these, but they are different types and shape sizes, and they have different elements in terms of being able to heat them. This one I showed you in a previous video, and I picked this one because it has a feature, what's called a tipping feature, which means if it tips over, then it will automatically shut off so that you won't end up with the fire. As I said in the previous video, I'm not going to leave these unattended, so it's not going to be an issue for me, but just in case. So this is the red Russian kale, and you can see I overplanted over here, so I don't know. I just usually leave these. I don't take them out. So some people will thin those out, but I just let it grow the way the way it wants to. This is my starter table. This is actually from scraps. The legs I actually brought, everything else was pretty much just left over, and I need to fill this in, put a couple of boards in here so that it is functional. Now, next to that, and again, you can see this needs water. This is what's left of my dinosaur kale. I have been harvesting this from the bottom up for a couple of weeks. And when I water this will spring back to life. But again, I'm looking for something that is deep because a lot of what I plant is going to have deep roots. This is either going to be broccoli or Brussels sprouts that's going to go in here. Same as this one here. This is one of my favorite pots. And again, this is well over a foot deep. Everything in here is going to be off the ground. Right now, I'm still moving in, but you can see over here, things are on crates. Pretty much everything I showed you. These over here are not off the ground because these aren't going to be here all winter. These are just, like I said, you know, when it gets cold, these will die out. Then I'll decide what to do at that point, whether I'm going to put something else in there. I most likely will. And when I do, those will also be elevated. And moving around to, there's a lot going on over here. You need to have ventilation. When you're in a greenhouse, I believe that one of the things that you're supposed to do is to mimic nature, mimic the outdoors. You need air circulation, and this is my way of circulating the air to mimic the wind, to mimic the breeze. This is what I started out with. It wasn't cutting it, wasn't strong enough, so I switched over to this. And I had this in my garden over the summer, so I figured, why not? This is probably not going to stay here. I'll probably move this over, but it's just basically here to show you guys that the air is circulating. This is what I keep my tools in. This I really like. I spent a lot of time searching to find the right thermometer, so that it can liven this place up. And obviously I just took the branch from out of the property and added it in here. So there you have it. One of the things I see I'm going to have an issue with, there's a stink bug there. There's a couple other bugs in here. I keep this open during the day, and the critters are the bugs are finding their way in and not being able to find their way out. So probably gonna have to start closing this. This is going to be like my little coffee station. Most of this will be moved. This is going to be covered. Right now, you can see it's just cardboard on here, but this is going to be the hangout area where I have coffee, tea, you know, beverages, and I have electric power. Right now, this is running off of a battery. This is running off of solar, and eventually I'm going to run a cord through here, because this is going to need electric. So I wanted to make sure that my greenhouse was close enough where I can run power to it. So that's not an issue. These are onions. These are tropia onions from Italy. That's where they originate from. And this is something that I am going to hold till last, because like I told you guys, I have not one, but two new different vegetables that I'm planting this winter, and I hope you guys will plant them also. These are also bush beans. This is Siberian kale. which is the first thing that, first one of two things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I have never grown before. What attracted me to this is the fact that it's cold hardy. This is something that you can plant in the fall, and even if the temperature drops down and to the teens, you should still be able to grow this and harvest it. Now, what I'm trying to do, I did a little bit of this over the summer, and I'm going to do it again this winter. I'm pretty bad at labeling things. I just usually forget. I say I'm going to do it and don't come back. But the other thing I'm doing this year is I'm putting the harvest date. So this way, it's not just about the planting date. This is the earliest harvest date. So this should be ready to harvest by September. I'm sorry. We're in the middle of September now. So this grows pretty quick. So by October 30th, I should be able to harvest this. I explained to you earlier about certain plants here. I have, this is basically placement, but I need to put soil all along the outside of this greenhouse. The perimeter needs weight. We have a lot of windstorms up here in the wintertime, and according to the directions, I'm supposed to put soil all up and down the outside of this. I'm not going to buy new soil to put out here. So it's basically, I'm going to take this used soil and put that out there. Buy the new soil, put the new soil in place of it. That's the reason why some of these have not been planted yet. I need to get another bag or two of mulch to go down here because I want this completely covered. Again, in the earlier video, I explained how important it is to have some protection between the plants and the elements. Well, we have this covered. I mean, obviously, this is going to protect them from the snow and the rain and the sleet and the hail. But underneath, you need to have something to keep the cold air from coming in. It's going to get cold. I mean, let's make no mistake about it. But you want to keep as much of that cold air out as possible. That's the reason why it's so hot in here now. You know, I mean, this is reading close to 100 because the sun is beating in from here. It's really probably in the 90s. But I put down plastic, a drop sheet, and then I put the mulch over it. I have another bag over here, but I'm going to probably get one or two more bags so I can have a thicker layer, and that will be that. So I'm going to make a run to the plant store in the next day, well, probably tomorrow, and pick up more soil, fill these pots up, and they'll be good to go. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in these guys yet, but this is also the Siberian kale, and that kind of rounds out the tour. But there was something else that I said that I want to tell you guys before this video was over. Now, I should go back to this first, because this is something that I have grown. First time I grew this was about 8 years ago, and that is cabbage. Cabbage in a window box? Yes, because this is not ordinary cabbage. First of all, this is the wide and deep. This is the biggest window box that I have been able to find. But cabbage is usually horizontal. It's usually pretty wide, and you're only going to get like one, maybe two in there. But this is different because this is cone cabbage. Doesn't say cone cabbage here. I don't know. Maybe they stopped calling it that, but cone cabbage grows vertical. So by this growing up, I can get about 3 or 4 in here as opposed to 1 or 2. So that is, it's not really new, but it is something that I haven't done for a long time. Now, the second thing I should say that I am planting this year, this is new, this is for the very first time, and this is called lovage. This is like um, celery. Celery has gotten ridiculous. I was in Walmart recently, and they wanted $2.19 for celery. That's not going to happen. Matter of fact, I think it was probably more than that. At any rate, this is used in soups and stews. It's supposed to be healthy for you. And I probably should have started growing this in the spring, but because I'm growing inside this greenhouse, I'm thinking I'm going to be okay. So this takes about 2 months to grow, and that is going to be planted between now and the next video. So that's pretty much the tour. That's pretty much what's going on here now. I mean, as you can see, I have quite a bit of containers in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have, but when all is said and done, I'm going to have about 20 containers in here. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me on this tour. This is the Frugal Gardener. This is where I'm going to be hanging out for, I guess, from now until the spring. So I hope that you subscribe and repost this and tell your friends, because this is the new homestead hideaway hangout on the Frugal Gardener. Remember what I always tell you guys: when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. Until the next time, guys, go out and plant something. Make it a great day. I'll catch you on the flip side.